Starting with the final sequence, from your vantage point, did your team do what you wanted them to do on that final sequence, and what did you see
Yeah.
from your vantage point?
Yeah, I think we did. I mean, obviously, you can never script sort of exactly what they're going to do. We obviously wanted to get it out of Maldonado's hands, but as we did that, we wanted to like speed him up and sort of put him in a situation. We almost turned him over. Uh, so, obviously him being able to go to his right all the way down there like that. But I thought we sped him up so much that, uh, could have gone either way just in terms of, him tripping and falling and him dribbling it off his knee or something going our way because of what our strategy was. But that didn't happen. It's like, so I thought given those circumstances, we did a decent job. Our press sort of did help us a little bit. Jeff Mills came in and gave us some good minutes. He's a good, a good young defender. And all these guys are seeing, a kid like that who I think he's been in college for I don't know how long now. But, our young guys are seeing a guy like that for the first time and knowing, okay, well, who is Hunter Mine? What is, and we're learning those things as we go through this league. And, the overall game plan against them was exactly what we did, and our guys executed it. That team had 5 assists. They had 2 threes. That team scores 80-some-odd points a game, and they do it because they shoot bang threes and pass the ball to each other. And we've done a good job, and we did a really good job today of sort of saying, okay, and I told the team, okay, this guy might have to get 35. He's going to have to, if he's going to beat us. But when you do that, right, you put yourself in the game with a chance to win the game, and that's what we have to continue to do, and we did it again today. And you play sports long enough, you compete as hard as our guys do, you stay in games and stay in them to win them, and you never go away. You find out sometimes the ball doesn't go your way. That's what sports is. It doesn't always turn out the way you want it to, but what we did, you can do every single game. And we've done a pretty good job of that today. And, sometimes you got to tip your cap, and you got to tip your cap to Maldonado for how he played and for putting that last shot in.
Conversely, you have the Mount West leading scorer and the 4th leading rebounder, and he goes 4 of 11 from the field and less than 10 rebounds. How pleased were you with the way that especially Nick Jackson played on EK tonight?
Yeah, I just thought, again, before the game, I said, you got to pick your poison with these guys. What are you going to do? And I just decided sort of, okay, we're not going to, and we did mix it up on Maldonado and throw some confusion, but I didn't want to give up threes. But him, Ike, I wanted to really disrupt him, and I think most importantly what we did, I think he had 1 assist, 6 turnovers. So that was really our game plan with him, and I thought we executed that really well. So, I don't know if you're going to have, they're at the top of the league for a reason. Maldonado and Ike are there, they're really good players, and Zero's could be the best shooter in the country. So, we did a really good job of what we needed to do to learn how to put yourself in these games against the best teams in the league to give yourself a chance to win those games. So we did a really good job on him, and like I said, I mean, if their game plan was, okay, let their centers shoot or whatever, well, we were still executing our offense. We kept doing what we're doing. And I believe that, one day, Lucas Moorman's going to make 5 in a row one day. You know what I mean? That now, somebody might call me crazy, and people have. But but I believe that because I know how much he's improved since June. I know what he was shot was in June to what it is now. And I know the kind of kid he is, and he's going to have these experience. And as you grow and learn, yeah, I am a player. I mean, when something like that happens, you learn how to do what I just said. I thought both of them did a pretty good job of not really letting them affect them, keep running our other parts of our offense, and not just think it's about them shooting. And again, I think that's why we stayed in the game. We stayed in the game. They wanted our centers to just do that, but we stayed in the game, and I was really happy with. At the 7:35 mark, I think we were whatever we were. I just called them in and said, all right, guys, this is the way games go when you play the best teams in the league. The games are hard. They're so physical. They're just going to try to beat you up. That's what the game is, and we got to learn that and know it and embrace it and keep fighting like we have been. And our guys really responded from that time on. So unbelievably disappointed, obviously, in the outcome. But to watch our guys play, like I've said before, is, okay, I know it when I see it, and we just got to keep doing what we're doing, and we got to be ready to go to Utah State and do it again.
You talk about the physicality of this game, but the discrepancy in free throws. They have 16 more free throws than you. How difficult was that to overcome when they're going to the free throw line almost at a 2-to-1 clip?
Yeah, I mean, I can have my thoughts on this all day long, but, I'm not going to say anything. So, it is hard to overcome that. It is hard to overcome if something is happening down here and it's not happening down there. I mean, it always is like that. So, again, but in this game and in a lot of circumstances, right, there are things you have to overcome, and let's be honest here. There's things we have to overcome here at Air Force, and that's fine. That's good. You got to embrace it, and you got to be, all right, yeah, we got to overcome that. We will. We have a way to do it, and we got to have the will to do it. And that's part of this process. You know what I mean? Change and producing change is really hard. It's really hard. And what that means is there's things that you have to overcome. When I've said you got to have the resiliency, the resolve, the guts to just stay with it. And you also have to have the brain, okay, we got both. We use our brains. We got the heart. We know what we're doing. You can see our guys know what we're doing. I think you can see the belief in our guys. And it's just part of this process of learning how to sort of overcome, and so that one day when you do, right, it's such a habit. You've cemented these good habits into you that you just keep doing it over and over again. Now, I don't think we're there yet. That's what all these games are about for our young team. But it's coming. It's coming, and the good habits are forming. But we got to make sure we keep doing it.
Ethan Taylor, I don't think attempted a shot in the first half. I thought he was a real catalyst in the second half for you. Was that something that you told him at halftime or at some point that, hey, I need you to shoot a little bit more, call your own number?
I mean, I think what we saw with how they were playing our centers and what they were doing, we went to certain things more to sort of try to take advantage of that, not with our center shooting, but with sort of Ethan and AJ, and Jake being a little bit more involved. And I thought I just told him the first half, I thought 2 times he could have shot the ball. He tried to, pass it off, which, I'm not gonna get upset with the guy who wants to share the basketball, But I think same for Ethan as he keeps going through this. He's learning so much about himself and his own game and what he has to improve at and what's the other team giving him and how does that work and how does it work for our team. So I just think those 3 guys they play well together. Ethan and Jake and AJ, they just play well together. They have a nice, and that's really what this was about for me. Like, okay, that's what I wanted to see. If I could have, a senior play the way AJ's playing with 2 young freshmen he's helping them, they're helping him. I mean, that's what this is about. So I think Ethan just saw that as the game went along. And the good thing is he didn't force anything. You know what I mean? He didn't force things in the first half. Sort of let the game come to him. As he let the game come to him, he did well. AJ did well. Jake did well, and that's what this is all about. It's about the team doing well. So I was sort of happy with his growth over the course of the game.
That's all I got. Appreciate it, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Obviously, heartbreaking way to lose, but how do you assess the way that you guys, especially coming back in that second half, to make it a one-possession game?
I think we did a good job knowing the game plan and just making sure we were always in the game no matter what, not letting them go on too many runs, and just making sure we were always in a spot to win. And that was basically the goal. They're a really good team, obviously. Maldonado is a really good player too. So the goal is just to be in there and try to get the win, but it didn't come in our favor.
What made it? It seemed like you were on him sometimes. Ethan was on him sometimes. Camden was on him sometimes. It seemed like you guys were switching in and out. What was the defensive game plan against Hunter Maldonado? What were you guys trying to do?
We were really trying to limit threes for their whole team. So I think we did a good job with that. But we were just trying to make sure he couldn't go right. Obviously, he's a really good player, so it's very hard to do that. But yeah, we're just trying to do our best no matter what, no matter who was guarding him, and occasionally double team if the spot was right. And that was basically the game plan.
And for you guys, defensively as a team on the Mountain West leading scorer, EK. I would imagine that you guys were pretty pleased with the way you played against him tonight.
Yeah, obviously he's a really good player. You can't really stop a guy like him unless you're really, really focused, really in there tight. And I don't know, he's just a really good player, so props to him.
And your bench outscored theirs. I mean, in a lot of ways, do you feel like you guys outplayed Wyoming for most of this game?
I mean, we did our game plan. That was just the goal. Outplaying them. Obviously, you want to outplay the other team, but we were just sticking to our game plan and just trying to make sure we could get the win. But.
And what was the conversation in the final huddle before that last layup from Maldonado? What were you guys trying to do there?
We were just trying to contain him there and trying to limit threes, like we said before, and just trying to make it a hard shot. And that was a pretty hard shot, so I think we did a decent job at it.
Mm-hmm. And you personally really got things going. You kind of set the tone with a good first half, and you came on in the second half. How do you feel about the way that you, from a personal standpoint, played tonight?
I thought I played pretty decent. I think my defense could have been better, along with the other guys on Maldonado, obviously. But altogether, I think as a team we played well, and we just fought till the end. And
given that this is a Friday game, you don't have any games this weekend, how welcome is this kind of mini break before you get back, go out to Utah on Tuesday?
Yeah, no, it'd be nice just to make sure we get some treatment done and make sure we catch up on schoolwork and then focus for Utah State.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you.